Turki Alashikh eyes Jaron Ennis versus Vergil Ortiz as part of Riyadh season supercard in November. If His Excellency Turki Alashikh is to have his way, Jaron Boots Ennis won't be easing in to his run at junior middleweight. During a roundtable interview with the Ring's Mike Coppinger, Rick Reno, and Ish Hinson, Alashikh said he hopes to make Ennis versus interim WBC junior middleweight champion Vergil Ortiz next as part of a huge card in November in Saudi Arabia. Ennis, the Ring, IBF, and WBA welterweight champion, announced that he'll be moving up from 147 to 154 pounds in his next fight. I hope to have Ortiz against Boots, Alashikh said. Now, this is a fight that has been talked about and wished for by boxing fans the world over for a long time. It seems a natural fight to make ever since both guys were at 147. I hope that this comes to fruition. It's a very intriguing fight, and I'm particularly intrigued to see how much better Boots Ennis is going to be at 154 than he was at 147, because I was very vocal, even after the Avanesian fight, in saying that I think Boots needs to move up. He looks like a weight-drained fighter. Perhaps the lack of a rehydration limit for his unification with Stanionis helped him some, which is why he performed a lot better against Stanionis than he did in the previous two fights against, as I say, Avanesian and Shukajan. But still, as well as he performed there, his body was telling him it's time to move up. We can't even go through with a plan to try and become undisputed at 147. We got to go to 54. So I'm intrigued to see how much more sprightly he is and energetic he is at 154. If we see the best version of Boots Ennis, I think he beats Vergil Ortiz. I know Boots Ennis isn't the most defensively gifted fighter in the world. He isn't. He does get caught, but so far he's shown a good chin. But when he's on form, when he's fully hydrated, when he's firing on all cylinders, I personally think his offense will be enough to get him through against Vergil Ortiz. Ortiz is a good all-round fighter. Stylistically, he kind of reminds me a bit of Miguel Cotto. Fights out of a similar stance. Uses his jab in the way that Cotto used his jab. But there's something which is a little concerning to me about Ortiz with his lack of volume. He's a pressure fighter primarily, although he can box when he needs to. But these pressure fighters who rely on accuracy over volume often come unstuck with that. Andy Ruiz has come unstuck with that several times. Andy Ruiz is one of these guys who goes for, quality over quantity. It can backfire on you. If you got a guy who's just that much more athletic than you, longer, faster, and all that kind of thing, and, as long as he's got the conditioning, he can make it so that he just keeps you on the end of a jab for the whole fight, and he doesn't give you the opportunities that you're looking for. Ortiz is coming off that win over Madrimov. I picked him to beat Madrimov. I was in a minority, it would seem. I reckon, based upon what I saw on my channel in the comments section, maybe 70% of people were picking Madrimov. I was in a minority picking Ortiz. I just thought Ortiz's style would match up better against Madrimov than Bud Crawford's style matched up against Madrimov, because Ortiz applies more pressure. But Ortiz was still very low volume in the fight against Madrimov. And it's not like Madrimov is a spectacular puncher. Ortiz was waiting. And it's a Robert Garcia thing, to be fair. Robert Garcia generally doesn't like his fighters throwing a load of shots. There have been a few exceptions, Marcus Maidana, but generally he likes to have his guys go for quality over quantity. We saw that with his brother Mikey Garcia. So, yeah, I don't think that will work so well against Boots Ennis as long as Ennis is, as I say, back to his best. But anyway, we'll see. People are going to have different opinions. That's okay. We won't know for certain until the two guys get in the ring. I could be completely wrong. Maybe Ortiz goes in there and blasts Ennis out. What do you guys think in the live chat?